Hey everyone, welcome back to another VO vlog where you can follow my voiceover career and also where I like to share some tips and best practices for those who are trying to get into the voiceover business. Alright, so today's tip is actually a request from one of you. Select Frontier asks, do you do those vocal warm-ups? I think that tips on how to keep your voice healthy would be a good idea for a video. Alright, Select Frontier, great question and thanks for asking. First thing, you don't have to be in voiceovers or do voiceovers just to do vocal exercises or vocal warm-ups. If you feel that you have some kind of like a lazy speech pattern, go ahead, do those exercises, do those warm-ups so you can improve the way you speak, and also it also builds your confidence. When I first started out in doing voiceovers, I had a really lazy speech pattern. I would slur all my words. I had a horrible lisp, and also I would cut off all my consonants. And it was at that point when I realized I wanted to get serious about this, I had to go out and had to find ways to improve the way I speak. So I improve those shortcomings I had in my speech. So I found a couple techniques that I'm gonna share with you that to this day that I still use, because every now and then I feel like I do fall back into some old tendencies. So I've really got to keep my tool, my voice, sharp, and it's always good. It kind of keeps you on your game, and it's always great to just work on it. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is I want to get all of this loose and warmed up. And when I first like to start off with, before anything, is just motorboating my lips. So I'll simply just go until I start feeling a tingle in my lips, feeling a tingle in my nose, just kind of around here. So, and then I'll kind of I'll start working out my mouth and my lips, and I'll start off like in a pucker position, and then I'll go for a wow. So I'll go wow, 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 wow. I'm really flexing and stretching out my lips, and then I'm pulling it back in, wow, going really loud, wow, wow. And I'll go back and forth, wow, wow. When my lips start getting sore, because like I said, it does feel like a workout, and your lips will start feeling fatigued. Then I'll take a rest, and I'll motorboard, wow, wow. Okay, so once I feel like I got a good buzz going on here, my lips are like feeling really fatigued. I'll start doing some speech exercises that'll help me hit certain letters within phrases or words, and make sure that I'm hitting my consonants. So the first one I'll do is this one. Follow along. What a to do to die today at a minute or two to two. A thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And the dragon will come when he hears the drum, at a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. So I'll say that, and then I'll try to get faster and faster. And of course, I'll be between those, wow, 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 really getting my mouth, really getting my whole face loose, my vocal cords, getting it ready, for what I need to do. So I'll do it again faster, because I want to still hit those consonants. Practice on the consonants, hitting those consonants, take your time, but I'll pick up the speech pattern. So, what did to do to die today at a minute or two to two? A thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. For they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And the dragon will come when he hears the drum, at a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. Okay, so that one, it emphasizes on hitting the T, 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 T. What a to do. Okay, so that's one I like to do. Then, like I said before, wow, 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 and all that stuff. Then I'll move on to another one that helps with the ST sound, which is really tough for a lot of beginners. And it goes like this. Amidst the mist and coldest frost, with barest wrist and stoutest boast, he thrust his fist against the post, and still insist he sees the ghost. All right, so you keep practicing that. Wow, wow. Repeat it again. Amidst the mist and coldest frost, with barest wrist and stoutest boast, he thrust his fist against the post, and still insist he sees the ghost. So you really want to get that ST sound. St, st. A lot of people they'll get lazy. Ghost. I saw a ghost. No, it's ghost. Okay, amidst. Okay, so one thing that you also want to keep in mind is, obviously you're going to do these to keep your whole face loose, your lips loose, your mouth loose, everything, the vocal cords loose. So you're not So you're not trying to warm up when you try to actually voice something. If you're going to an audition or actual gig, you want to do this beforehand. I always do this in the car. You should see me. I'm looking like a crazy man in the car. If you ever look at me in the mirror, I'll show something on my Instagram. How I'm like, blah, 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 as I'm driving down the street.
Wow, 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 wow.
But yeah, so you want to get your mouth warm and everything, but you also want to keep in mind, you want to keep your thoughts, your interpretation, the way you interpret the words. You want to practice that skill, that muscle as well, because the way you interpret your words is just as important as the way you pronounce your words. You know, when you're going to do a session, you're just not going to go and just read something. You have to put a kind of a story behind it. You have to put your own interpretation, your own influence. You have to make it your own. Don't just read something. And that is something you have to practice as well. So if you have your own little script that you like to use to practice for, you know, whatever you like to do as far as warming up your vocals, put a story behind it, put a meaning behind it. Do it like you're telling a story so you can practice that storytelling aspect. Remember, voiceovers or voice acting is just not about reading, it's about telling a story. So let's take the amidst exercise again, but now let's try to take the words and let's make a story out of it. Okay, so follow along. Amidst the mist and coldest frost, with barest wrist and stoutest boast, he thrust his fist against the post, but still insist he sees the ghost. So that could have gone anyway. You just try to tell your own story, mix it up any way you like. If you want to do like maybe like a pirate, like, "Arr, amidst the mist and coldest frost with barest wrist," you know, whatever. As long as you're hitting those consonants and working your imagination on how it should go or how it could be interpreted, you'll be doing twice the work and you're making yourself twice as good. Also, another one that I like to do is red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, and you can go faster and faster. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. And between all that, wow, 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 and all that stuff. Man, my voice is feeling kind of really loose right now. I should voice something right now. Okay. Also, how can you keep your voice healthy? Well, you got to stay from caffeine, guys. So soda or anything like that, coffee, you got to stay away from it. It dries up your vocal cords. So you'll go in there, and then maybe like a couple minutes in, you're gone. These guys are hurting. So you want to stay away from caffeine. You want to stay away from alcohol as much as we like our little booze, for those of you who can. If you're going to voice something around that area, don't, because it's gonna hurt you. And also, I know one thing, there's something how if you have a red apple before voiceover, it kind of takes out the saliva sounds within your mouth. I've tried that. I've had mixed results. You can also take like a wine cork, put it in your mouth, right there, and read something. And what it does is it limits your movement of your mouth, where you're forced to hit those consonant sounds. You know, like hello, touched. It makes it harder for you, so your mouth works harder, and then when you remove it, you're just kind of saying these things a lot easier. And that's about it. Just practice, guys. You can either use the lessons that I like to use, or you can find your own that work for you, that tell a story that you can easily remember. I've been doing these for years, so I just know it off the top of my head. And yeah, all right. So once again, thanks again to Select Frontier for this request. Great idea. I hope everyone found this useful. If you found this video helpful, go ahead, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos just like this, go ahead, subscribe, and be a part of this this sort of community of low knows, the fellow sort of knowers, you know, because we sort of know, and we're all here trying to help each other out because we're all into the same thing. So I got a lot of videos planned for you. A lot of cool voiceover stuff and maybe audio production elements that I want to share with you guys. And also check out my channel as well. I like to produce a lot of funny bits. So go ahead, check out my channel. I like to produce a lot of funny audio bits as well. And you can see what else I can do. And if you have any questions on how maybe I did something, you can ask there. But if there's anything else, guys, go ahead, please feel free, leave something in the comment below. I am more than eager to answer your questions and make videos that help you in any way possible. So until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Later.